We spoke about yesterday something, and I want to give another point to it, another kvetch, has to do with the whole concept of the previous parashas and now. One second, I have to bring the Chumash. We spoke about, a couple of weeks ago, about the idea of Yitzchak Avinu. Why Yitzchak thought that Esav is the one to get the blessings. So we said two options. Or he deceived his father. Or no, it was not really the main deceiving, it was the midos. Yitzchak Avinu held that the midos of outgoing and being know how to capture and fight and win wars is the one that can build a nation. And not a hishtam, not a man of simplicity. Okay? And who was right? A man of simplicity. Rivka was right. And Yitzchak agreed to it in the end. So I want to take this glass as this light and read the third parsha of Yaakov Avinu's life. He has Lavan, he has Esav, and he has a problem with his daughters. Then he has Paroi in the end of the tractate. So I'll talk about now in the end of the Chumash. I want to talk about Dina, the problem of Dina. So I spoke yesterday about it, but I want to shove in this point of that how Yaakov Avinu Ishtam, man of not a person of fighting, how he in the end wins all the liars and all the Ramoim and Shakonim and deceivers and robbers and rapers, etc. Let's see. Siyata D'Shmai. So our parasha tells us as follows, that Yaakov Avinu comes to the city of Shechem Sholem complete with his money, with his body, he's healthy. He won Esav, he won Lavan, he's sitting out of Shechem. Everything is tranquilo, great. What happens? No. He has a daughter which has his wife's side, Leah, Dina Bas Leah, Leah Itzonis. She was an outgoing girl. The mother, that's what Chazal say. We can't talk about our mothers and that big high level, but that's what it says. Yatzonis soiso. Yatzonis bas Yatzonis. But Teitzeligos b'noisol, she went out, where she broke a little crack in the fence, going out to see the girls of the land. What happens? So let's see what happens. Oy Gewalt. Says in a posuk, what happens? Somebody sees her. He sees this girl between other girls, sisters, who knows what. And he sees this girl. What does he do? He rapes her. He slept with her and he afflicted her. And after he degraded her, he spoke to her heart, he started to loving her. And he speaks, I can get you better than your father, as we spoke about the other day and the other week, the Rebbe's words that girls follow who they can get best. So they thought, he said, I give you the better. She didn't listen. Only if he degraded her, that's my father's medayik. Only after he degraded her, then Medaber will work. When Medaber Bas Bes Yaakov, he can talk, I give you the best thing in the world. She Bas Yaakov doesn't listen. But after he degraded her, she's already a used girl. Nobody wants to touch her. She's already degraded. Now he speaks to her better. That's time to talk to her. And then, let's see what happens. And this is really the point. V'Yaakov shoma kitimo es dina bitoy kitim es dina bitoy bonovoyu b'mikra b'sodem. Ve'echish Yaakov adboyo. Yaakov hears that this guy Shechem degraded, impure his daughter. What happens? But his children was in the field. Yaakov was silent until his children had come home. What it means, in other words, he's waiting to make a plan with his daughters what to do. Now he knows that his daughter doesn't want to come back because this guy convinced her she wants to be by this guy. So he has to have a plan how to take her out of there. How do you win your daughter? Ooh, it's very big trouble. What happens? Hamor, the father of Shechem, goes out to speak to Yaakov Avinu. Ubnei Yaakov bon min hasodeh. Keshoma b'tzar noshim v'yichem le'meod. They didn't hear anything from the father. The father's waiting to make a plan with them. Before the father speaks to them, they're coming home from the field, and they see this guy, the father of Hamor, they see the father of Shechem, Hamor, speaking to the father, and they come in, hey, what's going on? And they hear what this guy's saying, that his son raped the sister. They got atzivus, they got very sad in their heart, and it was burning for them, they got angry. Ki nevala of Yisrael. Lishka b'yar they made a nevala, they disgraced their daughter, their sister, and Rashi says, V'chen lo yaseh, even the goyim, after the Mabul, they accepted Sevach Noach laws. And they broke one of the Sevach Noach laws. And they start speaking to them, and they answer them, Vayanu b'nei Yaakov Shechem, Eschamor b'mirma. The children of Yaakov answer them b'mirma. What is deceiving, they want to deceive them. And it goes on, and they told them to make a circumcision, and the Rambam said they broke Sevach laws, and the whole city didn't protest, so all of them deserved death. Allowed to kill them, mitzal halacha, and the Vayibarim Ashlishi, when they're paying, the two children of Yaakov, Shimon and Levi, the brothers of Dina, which they took their sword, they killed the entire city, all male, and they killed Hamor, the father, and Shechem, his son. Vayikhu es Dina b'Shechem, it said they took Dina out. Chazal says that Dina didn't want. She didn't want to leave. I'm a degraded girl, who wants to marry me now? Shame. So Shimon had to promise that they will marry her. And Shaul ben Knaanit came out of that. Shaul ben Knaanit, one of the grandchildren of Yaakov Avinu. Shaul. Not Shaul HaMelech. Shaul, a grandson of Yaakov Avinu.
He was the son of, he was from Shechem?
No, he was from Shimon. But Knaanit, his mother, was Niva to Shechem. So as if the woman that she's a Knaanit girl, that she's being raped by a Knaanit, he had a son, Shaul, but it came really from Shimon. But anyhow, says like this. Vayomer Yaakov el Shimon v'Levi. Yaakov tells Shimon and Levi, Achartem oti la'avisheini b'yosh v'oretz. We are a very small amount of people. They'll gather me, they'll kill me and destroy me and my whole house. There is a sefer called Sefer HaYashar. Sefer HaYashar, there's two sefer, one by Rabbeinu Tam. Sefer Rabbeinu Tam is a medrash. Chai Kaneski wrote Perushim on it. And the Sefer HaYashar goes in length to go all the wars that all the nations around Shechem went and fought against Yaakov and his children. And there describes in an amazing way the strength of the children of Yaakov, unbelievable strength. Naphtali used to run on the Midrash says there, Naphtali knew how to run so fast that when he used to run on wheat, the wheat didn't even bend, like fly. Like you have cartoons movies. And you have you that know how to fly and jump, and there were tremendous, unbelievable koichas of Shem HaShem, Yudekovke Mamesh, against Me'ala Teva. And it goes in details how they had to fight with Geser, and and this, and then they won, and they go into these unbelievable wars. You read them in a row. How many wars? Doesn't mention Torah, but it talks about. So Yaakov had a big problem. Hey, boys, you put us in danger. And what they answered, you make our sister like a zona. We have to do it. And Yaakov didn't argue. But Lemai said they brought Yaakov Avinu to danger. There's a whole book, Sefer HaYashar, to explain in length that all the wars that Yaakov Avinu had to go through to fight against all the nations around. They got angry. They wanted to get back on Yaakov that he killed the entire city of Shechem. Yes. Yeah. Afterwards, they won. But a lot of wars. Now, Mora, I want one diuk here. And I will finish with the idea of the Musoshmus. It says that the children of Yaakov, Shimon and Levi, the sister of Dina, took each one his sword and killed everyone. Killed the Shechem and his son and took out Dina. So Rashi has a shaila. Why says the two children of Yaakov, Shimon and Levi, the brothers of Dina? Should have said the children of Yaakov or Shimon and Levi, the brother of Dina. Why said two children? What? He says like this. They were supposed to be the two children of Yaakov. But they acted Shimon and Levi on their own because they fought the Moisei Nefesh of the sister Dina. And it's wrong. Rashi says, why it's wrong? Shaloi notlu eitza imenu. They didn't take advice from Yaakov Avinu. So now I want to go to the original idea which we spoke about Esav and Yaakov. This is what happens. Here, Yaakov wants to get advice to speak with them. They didn't get the moment to speak to them because Shechem and Hamor came in. Hamor came in, and right away they prepared a plan with him. And Yaakov doesn't disagree. He's quiet. He let it go, let it flow. And then what? It didn't work. They killed the whole city. It didn't work. They still had to convince Dina. Which means Yaakov had a different plan maybe. I have a way to convince Dina. Why to kill the whole city? Just convince Dina that somebody will marry her, give her something more, she come back. But they didn't get angry. And they killed with justice, halachically, not to kill the entire city.
They were obligated to kill the whole city?
They were allowed. Shaila is Ben Noach that broke one of the 7 laws. The Dina Beis Din, or in the time of war. That's one of the pieces Rabbi Goldstein has in his book, of Shach. There's a Toises, Machlekes Rishonim, the Dina Beis Din or not. Toises says in Samachen and Avodah Zarah that if Ben Noach breaks one of the Noach laws, he doesn't need a Beis Din, doesn't need a warning, he deserves death right away. And Toises Daf Chovov and Avodah Zarah says no. It's only in time of war that the other rabbi have permission to use him as a tax collector. You can collect tax enough to kill him. Only if he doesn't accept certain laws, and then you're allowed to kill him. Otherwise, you're not to kill him.
The Rambam says, the Rambam says, because they didn't put Dayonim in the place.
Who didn't put?
The Rambam says, why they killed Shechem?
But they didn't protest.
No, they did not before. The Rambam.
Yes. Okay. I'm not talking about it. It's not my subject. They were allowed to kill the whole city. Everybody explains why. It's not my subject now. Allah, they were allowed. I'm talking about the advice. The plan of Yaakov and Shimon and Levi. Shimon and Levi, they had like kind of an Esav in them. There was Shimon and Levi, and that's why Yaakov cursed them. He cursed the Shimon and Levi. He cursed what? He cursed the anger. It means they had some anger. They have the audacity, they have strength. And when it came down the end of his life of Yaakov, he cursed the anger. They got angry. Which means, true, you're allowed to kill, but to save your sister, you don't have to kill the whole city. Because even after they killed, it didn't work. They had to convince Dina to get out of there. That they'd get something better, right? See, Yaakov was planning, waiting for his children to come back home and make a plan. They jumped. Okay, so he kept quiet. They jumped. And what happened? They brought the whole house of Yaakov in danger. And the Torah rebukes them. The two children of Yaakov, but they came Shimon and Levi on their own. They didn't take advice from Yaakov Avinu. So here we see again, Yaakov and then agreed. So okay, Kazoino, okay, you're allowed to do it, but he seen then in his life he also cursed in anger. It means he didn't agree. So what do we see here? We see here something very important, very deep to our time, our lifetime right now. There's a big fight and anger amongst the non-religious people or religious people that go to the army, and the Chareidim people sit and learn Torah day and night. So it's the time to fight. The guy wants to slaughter us and kill us. When you're learning Torah in yeshiva, what are you doing? The Gemara says, what is Amaretz? Amaretz, it says what the rabbis help in the world. Ma'anu Rabbonon means he doesn't really believe and understand that when we learn Torah, there's less soldiers being killed. Or Bechai will have a problem. We're Torah, well, we don't even have a war. Just Syria collapsed itself and they're going to destroy Iran and throw it out. This is the root, this is the aside. They didn't take advice from Yaakov Avinu, the elder Ishtam. Because who wins in the world, the physical world, the Ishtam? They know we have to kill. They're all right to kill them. But help them. I help them. I don't have to cause wars. And Benes Yaakov Avinu won. Chareidim Kashmi. They didn't take, the Torah gives them rebuke. You didn't take Eitzah from your father, Yaakov Ishtam. True, you have to have soldiers and anger, this and that, and fight. Akezoina, they degrade our sister, right? But there's a lot of consequences. And to win is not necessarily with the army. To win is the root. The Talmidei Chachamim knows how to win. He knows how to right. Das, what's the right thing to do? And that's what wins in the end. And this is what Torah is teaching us. Torah is teaching us, Yaakov had a whole plan. He let them go, but he caused a lot of grief and problems. And in the end, it didn't work even. They have to use the secret of promising to marry her. There's a big lesson to our generations. We have to know what we do. And the leaders of Talmidei Chachamim, we don't give value to Bibi. He's a great man. He has a lot of goodwill and he does a lot of good for Jewish people. But really, the real value, people value, the real leaders, and we have to take advice, is the Talmidei Chachamim. Yaakov Avinu. But definitely we recognize the good for the people that fight and put their life on line. And Moiser Nefesh, and those that get killed and considered Kedoshei Elyon, Aruge Malchus, they have nobody else can get to them. And we're talking about what is the source, what is their foundation. The foundation is the learners of Torah, and the real leaders that give us the right directions, how to win the war in the most efficient way and less damage is only the Talmidei Chachamim, the Yaakov Avinu, and not Shimon and Levi.